Let me introduce Maina Azimio, who's going to take us through the core objective of why we are here and we discuss. Basically, we all know him. 23 years in business, he's a guru, the founder of FABA. Who knows what FABA stands for? FABA, F-A-B-A. Anybody with an idea? Okay, I'll give you one bob if you get the correct answer. FABA? Alright, he's going to let us know about that. Now let me not burst that bubble. We will let him know that, but literally, I said 23 years in business. He's the founder of, basically, he's building the Azima brand from Azima Limited, Azima Ventures Capital. We are talking about Azima Welfare Consultants. This is building a brand, and this is what I like about business. When you build a brand and all your businesses relate to what you're all about, it's easy for people to connect with you into the various things that you're doing. So he's a wealth creation trainer, he's a motivational speaker also in his own way, and for a while he has been able to sit back and look at what are the challenges facing Kenyans and people in general. What can he do, what role can he play in helping us come together and make things work in terms of wealth creation, money management, and development of all this stuff. He is a venture capitalist, so if your businesses, some of you here needs a few billions, he's the right man to talk to. Sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's just give him one thunder clap. You know what a thunder clap, yeah? We just do this and then I'm just going to welcome him so that he picks it up from there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, Honorable.
Thank you. Good morning once again. Good morning. It's my pleasure. I'm honored that you came. You know, one thing is that this conversation about money, where we were brought up, was a taboo. Like where my home. My father was among the people who fought for independence. After they left the forests, he was working in Kenya Railways. My mom, I come from Murang'a County. My mom was in Murang'a with the children. My father in Nairobi. And you see, Railway was paying very little money. So one of the things that, if you mention money to my father, even before you finish, hakuna pesa. Hakuna pesa. So this thing of hakuna pesa was actually the talk every day. And my mom, because of the pressure of the children at home alone, and the issues they had with my father, she used to beat us when we talk about money. So money actually was a taboo. And as I grew up, and I went to school, teachers did not have money during that time. Church, in fact, Akina Kanyaris were not there. So we never used to see some people who have got money. When you did good in school, I was good in school, by the way. If books make somebody successful, I would have become very successful. So from Murang'a, I went to do my levels at Kakamega High School. That is where I got money. I met people who have money, and I started imagining that things are different from what I thought. There was one guy who was called Mwanya Migadi from Kisumu. There was another guy who was called Chris Koimur from Eldoret. These two guys used to come to school driving. 504 that time was the most expensive car, 504 and Audi. They packed them in the car. Our headmaster, I remember, Mr. Kinaro, that time used to have a 403. We used to push for it to start. We push it, Then a student comes with a brand new car and parks it in the school compound for 2 weeks. Because I came from Murang'a, and Kakamega is very far. During half term, we used to go to the people who are around that area. Somehow, because I've always had a level of associated with the money, even when I was in primary and secondary. So these guys, they used to give me the money to keep for them. Open some office saving account. Because we are not disciplined, any money that we're using, they were telling me I keep it for them so that at least now we keep them going until the time they're going for more money. We became friends. When we were going for half term in Kisumu or Eldoret, first time I went there, I was surprised because when we were coming back from school, from home to school, the father of Koimur gave me 500 shillings. 500 pocket money. I don't know how much he gave his son. I don't know. You know, what is surprising at that time, my school fees was 250 shillings for the term. 250 shillings. And I have come to visit you, then what you have given is 500 shillings. I could pay for myself 2,000 without pocket money. Again, that is half the story. We go to Eldoret town, we are taken to a shopping mall, we take what we want. Not with this money, it will be painful. Then, you have a car. No bus fare. We have a car to take us back to school. So this 500 is an extra money. I started wondering now, what is this world? do we live in? So God made me connect with people who knew more money than I, in a way that I started questioning my thinking because I wanted to become a teacher. The person who I know knew that time was living a good life was a teacher, especially at the home which the wife was a teacher and the husband as a teacher. 2 salaries in the rural area, that was money proper. Then I come near a place called Mudirajas, and there's a hospital there, Mudirajas Hospital. Still can connect with that. So we also used to see the nurses, the clinical officers. There were no doctors that time in that hospital. Now it has grown to this hospital. Those nurses and clinical officers, they used to have some money, but we are not associating so much with them. The teachers are the ones we're associating with. The only people who used to have stone houses during our time were teachers. In fact, when you have water, even the roof was
Grass.
dashed. It was actually really grass touched. So I'm telling you where I come from so that you can now walk the journey with me. That is where I came from. When I finished college, I was employed. During our time after we finished college, used to be posted by the ministry, and you work for 2 years. So I did that. I went to work with the Ministry of Livestock, and I was posted in Mombasa. I worked there for a short time, and many things happened. When I was in school, I got in touch with Wangari Maathai, professor. So she came to launch Greenbelt movement in our area. The women who were having those women groups, they did not know how to write. So I was called, I was writing for them. So when they mentioned Wangari was coming, any letter that was coming, I used to go and read for them and tell them what it says. Me, because Wangari is coming, I went. So I saw this professor lady who can kneel on the soil to plant trees. And she told us one thing. Now, we need to get close to ourselves. We are in the slopes of Abadayas. We are increasing our population. We cook using firewood. We are cutting the trees, we are not planting others. And we cook 3 meals in a day. Minimum. Mugeni akikuja lazima pikiwe chai. My mom ungefika kwetu kwa kupikiwa chai. Then, we fence our compound with firewood, with trees. We build our houses with trees. Somebody dies, trees. Everything, trees, we are not planting. She could see that in some 20 years to come, we are thinking short term, happen. We couldn't think long term. She explained, and I had her explaining the dangers that we are getting ourselves into. And she asked one question. Supposing you have food here, you don't have firewood to cook, what would you do? And that one stuck to me. I remember I was in Form 2 that time. So from that time, I started relating in a different way, and we became friends with Wangari Maathai. I also, through my Kiberebere, came in touch with Bildad Kagia. Bildad Kagia was among the people who fought for independence. Those of you who know the history of this country was the Kapenguria 6. So the connection is growing. In fact, Wangari was instrumental in me meeting Bildad Kagia. That time Jaramogi was alive. Bildad Kagia was staying in Jericho. My father was in Moduru Railways. Jaramogi was staying in Jerusalem. So I started getting into that network. Eventually I found myself with the More Kenya team. More Kenya. You see? So when we were doing More Kenya, to try to change the way the situation was, because we got independence at 1964, but just a flag. Economically, we are shackled, we are chained. And that's why we're having this conversation today. Because we got black leaders, yes, political leadership. But looking at where I come from in Murang'a, the economy of that place is terrible. But the way the poverty levels there is serious. Kahuro still there. Kahuro, which is our now district headquarters. The kind of money that circulates in the whole of that town. I circulate more money personally in my office here than all the money that circulates in that town. And it's a district headquarters. And that is the story about each and every other rural setup. One of the things I've seen is that those people who are ahead of us, and they thought that they are securing their retirement by building shops in the rural areas. There's no business you're doing in it. Most of them, when you go up country, you find that most of the buildings are closed. There's nothing happening. Most teachers, those who build some good houses who are not drinking too much, because kiroro pia ilikuwa inaleta shida sana. Those who are not taking kiroro, najenga kanyumba mzuri. Then they also have in the shopping center wako na plot. These plots are not generating any income. So money circulation in the rural area is a very big problem. Let's fast track, let's come to Nairobi. We are professionals. You come from such a background, or you are privileged to have come from a background tofauti hapa Nairobi. My uncle, paternal uncle, he got his first degree in 1969. First degree, 68, first degree. 1971, he had a second degree. At 1973, he had 3 degrees. And see, this is a curious. This guy has worked for all the big companies insurance in this country. All of them at executive level. He used to be driven for Volvo, Audi, all those big cars, Mercedes, and he was housed by the companies. So we knew, anybody who in our area knew that the rich man around here is my uncle. He's called Kimani. So Kimani was the rich guy. Fast forward now, when he retired, all these things were taken away. They are not his. The houses they were staying in, near Kampuni. The vehicles he was driving, near Kampuni. His salary structure was that he was also being, his school fees for the children were being paid by the company. You know that's a structure at that level. So all those things were not his burden. They were being done for him. And he lived at that space. When the guy retired, yes, he had bought some land in Karen. He stays there. But his house now does not generate any income. He has a wife and 5 children. He has some shambas he has bought. He's not a farmer. Right now where he is, I was explaining to my brother here that he does not even talk to me. When I call, he cannot even take my call. Why? Because his firstborn son got a child out of wedlock. He was taken for child support. He was not supporting, okay, he was supporting the child, that's what he was saying. But they never used to write at Munasai. And man, let me tell you one thing, if you have such a case, Adika, watch a sign. Or he go to your lawyer and do it there. I'm not doing an M-Pesa. After that, you pay you a commission, I can do an M-Pesa. The lady now, when she was there to blackmail him, when he said, I'm going to so wakati alienda kwa child welfare, na ilikuwa imesemekana how much money he's going to be giving, what happened? Akashiko, industry area. The lady was at 296,000 for the months he had not given, according to calculation. Tukaambiwa we pay that money ndio atoke, ama tugojea aende kotini aende kajitetee kwa koti because it is an enforcement of an order. So now, because my uncle cannot get such kind of money, that's the guy I was talking about now, the executive, where he is now, he cannot get such money. I paid for him because to get my cousin out of industry area. I got him out. Now, anytime he sees my number, anafikiria namuitisha pesa yake. He does not take my call. Pressure. At his old age. Instead of living comfortably, where he is now is terrible. So I have looked at his life and have compared with a number of other people. I have seen that if we do not change the way we are doing things, that's where we are heading. He wanted to sell some of the shamba. Caveat imeko na family. You know nowadays you cannot sell property. Steve knows. There's no property by then you can sell nowadays without spousal consent. That one is a must. So if you have got property na umeoa, ama kuna mwanamke mnakaga na yeye. Man, si yako. It's not ours. Ni yenu. You see now the wife does not think about the immediate. He thinking about the future. In fact the wife anasema afadhali wakae na hiyo shida lakini watoto wao wakuwe na maisha mazuri. But surely hii mali si watoto walisomesha. Wajitafutie yao. You prepare them wajitafutie yao. Lakini the wife so the guy is living in a lot of stress. So what I'm saying is that I have been studying people who have been in money. Our politicians know what normally happens. The moment they leave political office, what happens? They are auctioned. Because we live beyond our means. Studying about money, because personally when I started business, my business has been good by the way. I can say this. The reason why we fail in life is not because we set our benchmarks very high. We set it too low and hit. After hitting it, you have nothing else. Hakuna kitu kingine. Because unafikiria kila kitu unafika hapa kwa ceiling. You don't know about this ceiling. And then better washroom, you go build here. Washroom. Second floor, juu. So there's a lot of things above here. We do not know that. We only think that the immediate is our ceiling. So we get here. So here comes Azimio. I worked for 8 years with the government. I got tired and I was feeling underutilized because that's the time of Kamlesh Party in the 90s. With our money going haywire, So we didn't have enough resources to keep our offices running. So we are being underutilized as a young man. I have always been fired. When here I was in Kenya, that's a story for another day. A story for another day. So I have been in almost all the prisons that there is in this country. I have been there, not to visit people, as a guest. I have done all that. So that is another story for the day. Today is about money. Now, when I got tired, I started a business. And my business has always been solving problems. As a farm, which is my main company, is my flagship. So we supply veterinary, hospital, and laboratory products. See, we are within the East and Central Africa, everywhere. We've gone up to Ethiopia, Djibouti, Eritrea, Somalia, we are in Zambia, we are in Malawi, we are in Congo, the whole region. So it's a big company, by the way. It has a high turnover, and the annual turnover is in excess of 100 million. So what happens is that when I left working, coming from a poor background, school and church didn't have money, working was employees, the mindset was employees. I got into business, into money, but with an employee's mindset. What is an employee's mindset? That you earn money, spend it before the next salary. So you earn salary here, you spend it, you know the next salary is when? It's on 28th. So you spend unamaliza before 28 ikuje. You can imagine now as a meal, I was in my 20s, I was 28 years that time. 28. I have left work, I'm now earning money every day, and it's a lot of money, by the way, a lot of money. See, coming to the account. When I was looking at my account balance, now what else do I do? What can I do? Because I want to finish the money before the next one comes. Because of the mindset. Mind is everything. Our mind determines our action. So I was destroying myself, trying to compete with the rate at which the money was coming in. I didn't know the difference between business money and my own personal money. I didn't know that your business is supposed to pay you a salary, and you look at the salary, but let the business have its own money. I didn't know why the government gives a company a PIN number na uko na yako. I didn't have somebody to tell me. When I was quitting employment to go to business, my dad was very annoyed with me, by the way. I remember I went home just to let them know that I'm quitting employment to go into business. My dad couldn't connect. He said that ile watu mnaenda nao wanakuharibu kichwa. Utoke kazi uende wapi? Watu wanatafuta kazi alafu wanatoka kazi. What is wrong with your head? He believed that I am actually having a wrong company. But because I was convinced, no, women are very good, by the way. Ladies, I appreciate you. My mom was not as sophisticated as my dad. But my mom could understand and say, wacha aende tu sababu akienda tu mambo yaharibike, he can still get back to work. Atapata kazi nyingine. Because my dad wanted to hear, unatoka kazi hii, uende hii. When I told him I'm going to business, he thought akawaruza kichwa, akasema business. He could only see a dukawala, the shopkeeper at our village, the butchery man. So when I was telling him the nacha kazi as an officer, ndio niende nikakuwa dukawala, we did not connect with him. So he could not agree with it. So he went out, stayed for a mama, then he came back. But now when my mom now talked, akasema, okay, wewe ukitaka kuharibu maisha yako, weenda. You see? And because I already had made up my mind, and I was only going for information only, I left. One thing I had not noticed, my dad used to tell us when we are in school, musome na bidii, ndio mnunue gari, nyumba yangu ipate jina mzuri. He had given up, he could not buy a vehicle himself. Kulingana na his background. See? Now, that level of associating with, people like associating with success anyway. Let's be honest. We all like associating with success. So my father did not even worry much about where umebeba na gari. Lakini kusemanga kijana is a minor himself. Kijana minor kona gari. Kijana minor amefanya hivi. So he wanted success so that his name can be connected with some level of success. That's where we were, you see? So now, I was not understanding what my father's fears were. He was seeing it about him because in our family, I'm in the middle, in a family of 5, I'm the third born. So in a family of 5, first born, second born, they had not done very well in school. So in me, he was seeing, my wishes are going to be fulfilled through my son, Azimio. And when this son is now living employment where he thought he's the only route to get into that well, he was feeling that I'm letting him down. I was pulling the rug under his shoes. So, lucky enough, when he said that and I went, because I had already started the business, it went on very well. Very well. I bought all those things, but even more. I started taking him outside. He started flying. I was taking him by airplane. It's when I remember the first time we went to Mombasa with him. ndani ya ndege na yeye. He could not believe it. And I was taking him to Mombasa because I had tuweza kwenda bali kidogo. Account pale pesa iko. The balance is good. And I'm trying to see what I can do. So I'm trying to have this thing done. So wacha kwanza tuende Mombasa, tuende Kisumu, Azoe, sasa tukienda South Africa, inakuwa those 4 hours inakuwa ni afadhali. Azoe hiyo. So my dad is one man that I had a very good relationship with later in life. After all those things happened, and when he died, because he died in 1998, and I left work in 1996. So we had 2 years with him now when I had money. So I did many things for him, and he was a happy guy. So all those cars he was talking about, I came to a point that mimi kununua gari ambayo imeenda na mtu mwingine nikawacha. I started now buying brand new cars, naenda Gitilobi, naenda kutoka Kenya na kama nataka hii. Rete. Lakini vile nilikuwa nakunywa sana, another problem. Don't drink and drive. Tunajua you don't drink and drive. I'm happy that God gave me a good wife. Ingekuwa family ilisabaratika. I remember one vehicle that I bought at 2.8 million, brand new, 450 kilometers. Hata siku nimeenda nayo Murang'a. Isi again, ukinunua gari mpya unaenda nyumbani kushaini. Uonyeshe watu wewe sio unaende. So I used to make sure naenda Murang'a, kwa sababu na Sunday, watu wakitoka church. Azimio ndio huyo ameingia. So it's an ego train. So I knew that you make people know that you have it. You have made it. So after I acquire a new attachment, I used to go home. Easy kwa nimeenda Murang'a. Nienda nikakunywa huko Kikuyu. I had my gym trainer. Nikadrop yeye Udhiru. I was going to Gong. Nikalala jiani. Sababu I had taken a lot of black label. Those who know me and you have watched my YouTube tape with us autonomy, you have seen the life I was leading then. I slept. Ikaroa. Lucky enough, God saved me from that. Nikatoka. People thought that I'm ninja. I was trying to get out, lakini sitoki. Mimi sijui mambo ya belt. Somebody came and pressed the bell, nikatoka. Nikaona niko sawa. So nikachukua simu nikapigia my wife. Wakakuja. So mimi sasa hiyo nimelewa, the police came in, na mimi sijalewa. Nasimama na mguu mmoja naanguka chini. Naenda kufanya press up, pombe the weight pushes you. Welcome. So now, I'm saying this because I wanted us to retrace the story where we begin in relationship with money. And we need to change and not do the wrong things. Because these things are not good. They are the wrong things. So after all this happening, because I was confusing those days, liquidity with wealth. Liquidity with being rich. These are two different, all of them are different terminologies. Because you could be liquid today, but you're not rich. You could be rich, but you're not wealthy. So we need to get all these terms properly so that we can know where do we want to go. Where do we want to go? Because we need to be solid. We need to have a proper way of relating with money and wealth. We know how to make it, what to do it. In my short life or long life so far, because I'm now at the middle, people are living to 115, 120. Jojo is 96 years today. He's still driving himself around. Mo is 93. Mugabe want to get another term and he's going to 93 also. See? Mugabe, see? So you can see how you can live. People are living many years. And I'm here to stay. That's why I do wellness. Wellness. I unmasked and shared my picture who I was then. You saw it? Me then and now. So I was unmasking this because it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Because I also thought my mom used to feel very good. So when I was big, my mom was very happy and also feeling good. The people also sitting with that time were like that because uko na pesa unaonyeshana Kikuyu walikuwa nasema God anakupatia urefu. Hii kile unajitafutia. And show it, unajitafutia. So when you show it, inakaa mzuri sana. That was the thinking. And I lived at that space for the longest time. Until I got somebody who made me realize. But for today, because it's about money, what is my understanding about money? My understanding about money. 3 things I want us to discuss today. 3 things only. I have seen that there are 3 things which are very easy to do. You don't need much effort. Inafanyika tu within your life. Inafanyika. One of the things that happened very easily, ni kuzaa. Children. Kupata mtoto. You know, sometimes you talk so much about your children kama kitu kubwa ulifanya. This is actually a result of pleasure. Hata even a madman si anazaa. You just need to have a woman, even a madman and a mad woman wakenda kitanda. When she's ovulating, utakuwa na mtoto. Ndio. And it's a natural process, by the way. God made it that there's attraction between the male and female chromosomes, and you actually mate, and mtoto anatoka. So there's nothing as easy as giving birth to a child. So you know that is not a success of any level. You cannot boast of that. Kazi ni kulea. Kazi ni kulea. Unaweza zao kosa kulea ile na watu wengine. People adopt children anyway. You see? So that is a very easy thing to do. The next thing that is very easy to do is to add weight. Kuongeza mwili. Kuongeza mwili, you just need to eat more than what you are burning. Yes, kula more than what you are burning. But the way it is a struggle to bring up children is the way it's a struggle to keep off excess weight. Now this problem is everywhere, by the way. If you look at the people who have got a lot of weight, it's not that they have so much money. You just need to be eating more. Chakula ya kukula sio shida sana. If you're not sensitive on what you put in, and you put in food which has got more fat, and you are living a sedentary lifestyle, what you are going to do is that you start ballooning. Ballooning. Hata usikiangi. Lakini unaenda kwa balloon. Ukifika nguo unaona nguo sasa ikutoshei. Ukitaka kufunga sasa haifungiki. Stress. So kupata mtoto, then the next thing that is very easy ni hiyo mambo ya kunini, adding weight. Reducing is a hard work. Kupunguza kuleta chini, hiyo ni kazi. The third thing that is very easy to do is to make money. Making money is very easy. You just need to have a formula. And you can make money through so many ways. So many. Unaweza cheza charity street na win. Pap, unapata hiyo pesa. Hawa jamaa wanakimbia, you just need to run, then you go and hit jacket. You get the money. You see? You can have land, then something happen, kunakuwa na railway inapitia hapo. Railway. Ama university inajengwa karibu na kwenu. Ama mafuta imekuwa discovered kwa shamba yako. Value in fact is just an opinion. Value for land is just an opinion. A very good example. I bought land in Ngong in the year 2000. An acre I was buying at 1.6 million. 2000. Right now as we talk, that acre is 24 million. I bought 2 acres. That is 48 million now, the value. The owner, the person who sold it to me, had bought in 1984 at 14,000. And he sold me at 1.6 million. So you can see how it's unaweka hii pesa hapa alafu nyingine inatoka. Now, I remember after 2008, you know what happened after elections 2008. So what happens that I had a friend of mine who had a sick child. We did 2 harambees to take the child to South Africa. And because that time the economy was down, the 2 harambees don't raise enough money. He came and approached me as a friend, told me, Sasa now because in the world hapa, can you get me some money hapa, nikupatie hii plot, tupeleke mtoto hospitali. I considered because of the mtoto, nikapatia yeye pesa haitoka ni transfer here. It was transferred and put in my name. What was put in my company's name? I didn't have a plan to buy the land. I didn't have it in my program. Everything about it was not with me. But I was helping a friend because I had a shida ya stress ya pesa. I did not fence that land. It was an A. I did not fence it. That was about March 2009. That's the time, because I remember the child went to South Africa in April. I gave it money. That land stayed like that. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. What happened in 2012? I was at home on a Sunday. Then I was called. Na jamaa wa butchery. He told me that somebody want to see you here. Who? No, somebody just come and see him. I left home. I was reading the Sunday Nation. I went to the shopping center, Matasi. That person akanisalimia akasema, I'm very sorry. I don't want to hurt you if I ask you, but nimeambiwa ile msichana iko pale ni yako. Can you say? Unaweza niuzia? You're just talking Kikuyu language now. Msichana sana ni plot. Nikamwambia yes. Ile msichana ni gani wako unaweza niuzia? Nikamwambia msichana akipata bwana kuoa bila sawa, no problem. Tendeta uchukua. That was around October. I normally do every quarter. I review my wealth, my life wealth index. So I look at what I own and value them, so that I can see how I'm balancing up my wealth trajectory. I had done an analysis because I had bought it at 1.2 million. I had increased it at 25%. So it was about 1.6. When I asked him how much he's going to pay, he said 7 million. Did I hear well? 7 million. I said, I just come from home. I got surprised. Kikuyu I am, hiyo pesa ni kidogo sana bwana. Kesa, na mnagani hiyo. Sasa unataka namna gani? Nikamwambia bwana, fikisha 10. Ulivyosikia 10 bwana. Akasema 7.5 nikamwambia bwana. Nikamwambia go sleep over here alafu niambie. So when he went, the following day akapigia simu akasema 8 million. Nikasema let me first ask the guy who deals the land there. Sababu mimi nilinunua plot na iko tu bado na sijafence. Wacha mimi niulize. I couldn't understand why somebody can pay such kind of money anyway. Nikamwambia that deal is a very good deal because even if you want to develop that plot, you are going to put about 20 million in it. Before that plot irudishe hiyo pesa, you are going to take 25 years. So if somebody is giving you such kind of money in this economy, chukua pesa kufanya kazi nyingine nayo. Nikamwambia ulisema namna gani my brother? So hiyo 8 million kidogo fanya hivi fikisha 9 sasa nimekutolea 1 million. Akasema tukutane katikati. Mimi za the tusema tumeende 8.5. Kabisa. 1.2 expecting 1.5 8 million. 0.5. I said kutengeza pesa ni kama kuongeza weight. But there's nothing much. Nothing much. You just need to be doing the right thing in the right time and you make money. So see now, what did I do with this money? That is the story now. What we do with this money? I have come to see that our poor thinking habits is what make us poor. And this is what I want us to engage. I said you come with calculators. Calculators out. Calculators out. Tufanye hivi hesabu na hivi. Don't wonder what we did now with money. Participation. Are we ready? Here Azima has earned, he has 8.5 million. Plotting Makayana. I didn't need it anyway. I was not buying it because it was my game plan. Hassan got 8.5 million. What do I do with 8.5 million? Now, in 2008, when Jubilee government took over back, that was PNU. They privatized Safaricom and they sold shares of Safaricom. You are buying at how much one share? You can remember? 5 bob. So after we bought, what happened? They went down. They went down. In 2012, when I sold this plot, a share of Safaricom was 2.9. 2.95. That was, you can Google and you can see actually this, 2.95. So me here as Miro, I have got 8 million, which I did not plan for it, but then 500,000 to get a holiday. Straight. You need holiday, straight. 8 million nikaweka kwa fixed deposit kabla nikuje sababu siko na expect. Na vile I work in my company, so I didn't need to get permission from my boss. So I just told my wife, kaambia bana, so what we do shule ikifungwa sasa sisi nenda holiday. So as a family, tukaenda holiday kujienjoy kidogo na hii chapa sababu iko. Alafu ndio nifikirie, it's not good to think when you are, akili yako inaenda vizuri, sio ufikirie what to do. Then I was not thinking much. I just went for holiday sababu pesa iko. Now, I decided to invest in shares. I looked at Safaricom, and we are in the knowledge economy. Technology is what is moving. In fact, my wife was telling me that money is a lot. She wanted us to buy other plots. We actually bought 2 other plots, worth about 4.5 million in other areas. Padiaru sasa now, because from Gong now tukasema huku kuna dada shida yote tuende bypass. Tukanunua plots around bypass Kamakis huko area. Sasa iko pesa mzuri sana pia, a lot of money. Then the other money said okay, let's sell shares. This is where I want us to calculate now. So I bought shares worth 2 million from this money at 2.95. How many shares are those? Let's calculate. A share is 2.95. I invested 2 million. Those are about shares. Then I stayed there 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. 2016 shares Safaricom ikafika 21. 21. Calculate this number of shares by 21. I'm still doing my other businesses. I said, kutengeneza pesa ni kama wait, kama kuzaa. Ama kuzaa. You see, it is effortless. Eh? Effortless. You see? Yes. That's not business. It's not calling me here.
No, are you sure it is effortless?
It's not. Yeah, you're effortless. You see now, I just bought the shares and then I kazi yangu. You see? That is passive income. Passive income. You see? So when I sold those shares, nikaangalia the money which is coming in, I started imagining, supposing, now let us calculate. Supposing easy plot in the Nua bill, the 5 million, you know, shares. Let's look at that. Because I had 8.5 million, 500 to be here. We don't regret more the chances we took, it's the chances we do not take that we regret. So let's look at all that, especially the scenario could have been. Calculate now, the shares I would have bought with the money that I did not buy. And the plot.
Is 8 million.
How many shares?
2.7 shares.
Now multiply. Then less.
57.9. 57.9.
So we are talking about close to 100 million now. We have over 50 million on one investment. On one. Because I want us to have, because we remain poor because of our poor thinking habits. Simple and clear. There's a lot of money in this economy. That's why the Chinese wakikuja hapa hataki kutoka. Wazungu wana wanakuja hapa kufanya kazi. Ona Michael Joseph. Ranbaga, they look for our ladies here so that they can become citizens. These guys don't go to their places. That is why Brazilians wakikuja hapa, they camp here. Koreans, they camp here. Wahindi walikuja kujenga railway, they are the ones who are controlling our economy. Do you ask yourself what is happening? Why? Ni kwa nini? So I want us to unpack this talk about money. We are told not to talk about it due to tusione vile pesa inatengenezwa. And it's so easy. So easy. This is money real. So there are many, and this is only one company. How do we do this? It's just reading. I normally have university students. Right now I'm having a guy called Martin, he's the one who normally do my analysis for for shares. So every morning, what he does is that he analyzes the movement of shares. We see the trend they are going. Then he make a report to me online. And I want to give him a commission for doing that. Online. So when I look at it and I see we do investigations, what is the likelihood for this company growing? It's management. Anytime we can release the first quarter, like now we are waiting for the first quarter of 2017, we release a report. March Kisho release the report. We look at how the company is performing. Then we come to half year, then the third quarter. By the third quarter, we know exactly what is happening in that company. So accounting in the background is very important to be able to know how to read annual reports. If you don't know how to read an annual report and tell the strength of a company, you will not be able to make proper decision. And don't let another person decide for you. We make mistake because we give our money to brokers. Brokers, we don't even buy shares. Kazi yao ni broking. A broker nikiambia niuzie shamba, ile shamba yangu auze. Pesa shamba ni yangu na pesa ni yangu. I'm the one who decides how much I'm going to sell. Yani kipelepele tu memes. Tuna shamba tunauza, ngoma, tuna nyumba tunauza, kuna gari. Hakuna kitu hapo naye. They don't have anything brokers. So do not trust brokers because this guy who are in the office of exchange, I normally sit with them, we discuss shares they don't understand. They get commissions. And most of them, they are employed by the owners of those brokerage firms. So on salary, they are given a target. A target. Is there anybody who works in the bank here? You know, anybody who has worked in the bank? Insurance? Money market? I'm telling you that one of the things that you will understand and you will realize is that these people who you call brokers, they have got very little information about how money is made. So personally, I invest a lot in Nairobi Stock Exchange. And because this is where the country's wealth is traded, very sad statistics. Do you know that 92% of the investors in Nairobi Stock Exchange are foreigners? 92%. It's very serious. Well, what are we doing ourselves? We're just drinking. Tunakunywa tu pombe na kukula nyama na kuku, java. But we need to have a change. You see, this is the analysis that we normally do for shares. So shares performance every month. We want to look at the highest and the lowest. You see? Then we see prices in January. We have another one for February. So what we do is that we take the companies that are performing, the top 5, the top 10. We see the way they're changing. Then we ask ourselves why. What are the factors that are making this share to trade this way? You have to commit yourself to it. If you commit yourself to it and do the right thing, I can assure you, money is just flowing. That's one. Another one. I want us to do calculators. Calculators go in this land that I have told you that I was buying at 1.5, 1.6 per acre in Gong. Gong is a water catchment area, so there are no rivers. So one of the biggest problems that we had there when I went there in the year 2000 was water. I connected a public water system where the demand was higher than the supply. So they used to ration the water. See, my area we are being given water on Thursdays per yake, and Thursday for 4 hours. So you must to have containers ya kujazia maji so that when ikikuja unajaza your tanks. If you don't do that, unakuwa na shida. So I connected now from a private supplier within the area who was doing private water, but even him was also rationing because ya tamaa. I found that there is a gap. If you have water and have enough customers and you give them water 24/7, they'll come to you as because iwa kuchota maji na nini shida. So what I did is that on that land I bought, because I have 2 acres, I called watu from water services. Watu wakapima wakasema maji iko pale. That was in 2009. Now I had done that in 2006. The story started in 2006 years. So when the guys came wakapima maji wakapata, I was given a quotation to drill the borehole at 577,000. And nikasema hapana, hii pesa ni mingi sana. Over half a billion. Nikasema hapana, nikaachana nayo. The permit to drill a borehole is normally for 2 years. If you don't do after 2 years, it expire. So 2006, 2007 it can expire. 2008 I had not done. When I was doing my calculations to see the amount of money that I was spending, I normally do. I am always making sure that I trail my money. When I was looking at how much money I have been paying water since I went to Matasia in 2002, because I bought 2,000, built up in 2001, I shifted there in 2002. When we were voting for Kibaki, to Kitoa Moi to Kibaki, I was in Gong. I voted in Gong. Nikavotia Saitoti na Kibaki. Now, when I was doing my calculations of how much money I have paid for water from 2002 when I went there up to 2007, nikapata I had already spent 387,000 cumulative. Kulipa maji. Remember, the borehole was 577,000. Nikaona in another 5 years nitakuwa nimepitisha hiyo and I'll continue paying. Nikafikiria, hapana, this is not right. Going forward and I'm here to stay, I need to think about this thing. Nikasema hapana, ndivyo wale jamaa cha kuje. Tuangalia barua expired. Nikaambiwa pale you have to have another round ya kunini. So I called the guys again, wakakuja. Lakini one problem we had was that our neighbor, the law says that a borehole is supposed to have a radius of 800 meters. Because once you drill the water table, mnakuwa mkicompete kutoa maji at the same level. So ingine is dry. So 800 meters radius to drill another one. My neighbor alikuwa amedrill karibu na mimi. So it was almost invalidating me. But when my guy came, aliniambia tufanye hivi. Ndio hii maneno sikushike. Just get somebody who just come and do this. Wacha tu approve sisi sababu tunasema tujaona. We drill, ikishachimba uwezi wapi usike. Lakini the problem is quotation 1.3 million. From 577 1.3 million. This too much. Na hapa kuna pesa. Nikasema sasa hii 1.3 million. Ningefanya na hiyo 577. Lakini nikajiuliza, because I'm here to stay na maji ni maji, what do I do? Nikaona hapana. Sababu hii pressure na watu wengine wanachimba. Let me get this money and I do it. I had said, you see, those small monies has not been a big problem because I have got some systems that make money the other side. I'm looking at possibilities, but how do I get this money back? I always calculate. Kasema wacha borehole kwanza ikue. Hata aliniambia wewe drill wacha ikue pale sababu kisha chimba na tuandike barua. Tunasema hiyo tulikuwa tumejua sisi tuko viona. Na wakaangalia kwa record, see after you drill you are supposed to take the drilling report what about you are registered. He had not registered it. And he drilled akapata maji akamalizia hapo. So he did not take it there. And then they normally look at the report ile wako nayo. Kuna na site report. Kuna map wanakuwa gada wana pick on the spot. So it was not there. I paid. So more all done. It took one day. By the way, the guys I told them to come on Friday. I'm paying 1.3 million. Ndio Saturday na Sunday tukue nao ndio nione hiyo rig machine vile na chimba. Hiyo rig eh. So when they came set up wakasema kabla sasa siku ifike wacha tuanze kutrade. Kidogo sababu we are going 200 meters deep. 200 meters. So they had estimated up to Sunday. What was surprising is walianza kama saa 8 saa 9 hivi. Ikifika saa 11 they were calling me. Maji imejaa kila pahali. Walitoboa maji. So they only went for 30 meters wakaanza kupata maji. 60 another aquifer. 80 another aquifer. So we have a lot of water. In fact, what happens at that area, we produce 120,000 liters of water per day. 120,000 liters of water. That is our earth. And again, we were lucky that we got soft water, very good water. So what I did, nikaangalia nikasema sasa hapa, this is another opportunity. I am able to see opportunities. I see many of them coming. So around that time, 2 of the public water system had collapsed because of mismanagement. Sababu ni community. The chance that I saw was that there are about 9 schools, private school within our area. When we went to Gom, my daughter nilihamisha shule nikapeleka Karen. She was in class 4 that time. So I had gone to school, and because I was paying swimming for her, nikapata they don't have a swimming pool in Karen. St. Elizabeth, that's where she had gone, those who know Karen. So when I went, they don't have a swimming pool and we pay for swimming. And they, what is this? We have been paying for swimming and I see only swimming pool. Nikamwambia no, we normally take them kwa shule kwa nyumba ya mtu mwingine na hapa ndani who has a swimming pool na kwa huko mchana. So we pay. Nikaona okay. Azimio get a swimming pool. Talk to the schools here. Let them be bringing sita jini zote pamoja. Na swimming pool pale. Wanalipisha watoto swimming. Wanaleta wako. Wanaswim alafu wanaenda. Me I'll be swimming weekend. Weekend niko kazini. So we are going to have this swimming pool bringing in money. So nikasema yes, this is what I'm going to do. Nikaeka system questionnaire, nikaenda kwa mwalimu. Wote wakakubali, it's a very good idea. Parents were told, they say, yeah, they want the children to learn how to swim. It's something good. So paying that 1,000 shillings for swimming is very easy. I had more than 1,200 students within those 9 schools who would be coming my swimming pool. Kila wanakuja wengine Monday, asubuhi, wengine afternoon, wengine Tuesday. So that arrangement is done. And because my design for the house, for my compound was having a swimming pool, it was innate. So nikaona this is the way we are going to do it. Azimio going. So nikahakikisha I put more money, ndio hii process imalizike. 1.3 paid, water iko, then pump ya kutoa maji chini, ndio ilete juu. It was 750,000. Tank ya kuweka maji, I did a tank of 150,000 liters ya storage. So all that process took me about 3 million. 3 million shillings invested in the whole process. Then I now got to the swimming pool so that I can start getting my money. When my friends now started getting problem with the water, wananiambia kama Steven anipigia simu, Azimio, maji umekuwa shida, can I chota kwako? The next time mheshimiwa. The next time ni Rusi. So nikaona sasa, okay, I'm going for a swimming pool, but people don't have money. I thought it's a bit selfish of me to start talking about such a project when people don't have money to consume. So I reorganized. So what we do here, because people don't have water, what I do, I remember 2 of the people, one of them is a vet, he's a Kajiado County vet officer. It's called Dr. Achola. And he was having a lot of problems about both of them work na bibi yake wanaenda watakuja usiku. Sasa wakikuja tena kuchota maji hakuna, and he's my good friend. I bulldoze pipe ichimbwe tuweke mitaro ndio sasa maji ile kwake. It was quite expensive because I spent about 380,000 kupeleka hiyo process ifike kwake. But he's my friend. You know, friendship, there's nothing as expensive as friendship. If I decide to do something for you because you're a friend, hakuna cost. I want to make sure that you're convenienced. But then pesa ni mzuri. When you have it, iko mzuri. Things happen. So ukisema kitu happen, it happen. Mara moja. So I called my guys wakakuja wakapima mitaro, wakajenga nini, maji kafika kwake. You see, now we have set a time. Anybody who is within that network party tumechibia mtaro because we go along the public road, wanahana maji imekaribia kwao. So all they do is to tap. I calculated 3 million spent. So people want water. Nikaona, if I get 200 people and each pay 15,000 to become a member, 15,000 times 200 ngapi? So I just need 200 people and I get my 3 million back. Yeah, return on investment. I took 14 months, 14 to get the 200. And when I got it, now to Kogeza, if you want to become a member, you pay 40,000. In September this year, because I normally call them the members for a meeting, because we say once you get 500 homes, we are giving water, we are not going to increase more than that. Because what will happen is that will create pressure towards the correction, come on, give me. And our selling point is water 24/7. We did analysis of how much each homestead uses for water, and we found that if we increase beyond that, we are going to start now getting pressure. Because we have a plan B, I'm going to tell you. Now what we have done is that unless Lusijini atoke kwa network yetu, is the time we are going to allow Monica. We are saturated. We have got 500 homes to give water. Unless somebody leaves, we create room for another one, we don't take. So in September when we had our AGM, we have 52 people on the waiting list with 40,000. 52. So huyu akitoka ndio tunaweka mtu. Huyu akitoka tunaweka mwingine. Yes. Isn't now that's the story. Hiyo ni correct. Then we read the meters kama kajo. Tunatoa unakuta ngapi bill. Ngapi bill. So that network it makes about 450, 400, 500 per month on what they take. We normally bill them. Bill. And I only want to have one guy who ran that process, Nastima. And this guy actually is very idle because, see, when there's no leakage, akiamka asubuhi akienda kwa ofisi na hakuna leakage, na mita tunasomanga only once a month, unapatia bill the other days is idle. So what I did is about you're quite busy, I started a project for him, poultry. Hapo hivi, poultry. Tunaweka poultry, So that one is also that's another story again. Wacha niseme kwa hiyo kwanza. Wacha niongee your match. I'm telling you the things that you can do by the way. I'm only saying the easy thing to do. Ni kama kuongeza ama ku easy things to do. And this I just tinkering. And when you come to a class, we are going to show you where that money is going to come from. You never know how much money you have until you go through our process of evaluating. Lucy can tell you she's in our class. So once you do your analysis and see how you have placed your money loosely, I've told you how I sold one plot and I bought shares of Safaricom and what has been happening in that account. So that one I was able to recoup that money, and honestly, it's a good business. So if you're staying in an area, if people have got water stress, start imagining what you can do. Get a borehole, chimba, connect water to the It's very good income that comes in straight away. Now let's have a story, because we said 120,000 liters of water. I said half of it itakuwa nikipatia watu raw water. The other half, imagine. Let's calculate 120,000 liters of water times 21. The engineer told us, the engineer told us that to be able now to have the pump operating well, we do 7 hours of pumping, we stop for 1 hour. Then we do another 7 hours and we stop for 1 hour. So in a 24-hour cycle, we do 3 shifts. Could pump much. 3. So when we do those shifts, our production capacity is 12 units times 1,000. That is 12,000. We do 12,000 liters of water per hour. Times 21. 252,000 liters. So with 252,000 liters of water, we want to filter this water now. Now half of it now, divided by 2. Half goes to the raw water. 126,000 a day. Then multiply that by 365 days, because here it's done every day. At a Saturday, Monday, you maji inakuja tu na kuna storage.
45.9 million liters.
How much does a 1 liter of water cost in a bottled water? 50. So let's give it at 20 shillings. Divide that into 20 shillings. We have divided by 2 the production, because half go to raw water and half go to bottling.
This is liter. This number of liters.
Yes.
So you divide by 1 liter fuel.
By 2, because half of the water, let's go to raw water, the one who are paying it. Then the half you are filtering and watering.
32.9 million. 32.9 million liters.
Liters. Multiply that by 20 shillings. Because what you do, pack bulk, sell the bulk one, the one for 20 liters, eh? Wacha hii kidogo, 1 liter, 20 liters. Unapeleka kwa ofisi.
59 million.
You see, how much did you invest? 3 million to get the borehole. 3 million. This is the potential now. When you see, in fact what I did, do you know Keringet was bought by South African breweries? Keringet. When Keringet was bought, it alarmed me. I always follow what's happening on the economic front. For them to have seen the potential in Keringet, you know how much they bought? Who knows how much Keringet was sold at? We don't follow these things. This is what I'm doing. You need to know how the country is going. If you don't know these things, you don't know how to plan. So Keringet was bought at 11.3 billion shillings. It never took 2 years before Coca-Cola bought Keringet from South African breweries, and they have the sign. When I see Coca-Cola coming to invest with water, you can tell, by the way, there's a lot of business in that area. These guys, they have got everything. They know how to do research. They know it. So azimio here is sitting in a borehole here, alafu wa America wanataka kuona kuja kuuza maji hapa. This thing is a lot of money. Do you know how much this water is costing? Steve, 250 shillings here. Maji. Water. We look for money where it is not. And that is the problem we are. That's why we are poor. This one now is a potential that you cannot be able to exhaust. And I want us to have passive income. Do you know we are importing bottled water from Tanzania? Azam. Go to supermarket, provide Azam water. Is there? And if they are bottling water in Tanzania, unaleta Nairobi na tuuzia, you can imagine how much profit there is in water. They pack it in Arusha, then put on a lorry, inakuja Nairobi. It's being sold here, Azam water. Backresha group. Having this. So the question I want us to ask ourselves today is, why do we allow this to happen? I want to bring it to you. Because I wanted us to see for sure that those three things I said, they don't mean any much effort. And you should not feel that you are doing much when you are performing those areas. Hakuna kuzaa. Mwana wazimu wanazaa. Wewe hiyo kuzaa yako kutozaa yako wewe kuna kitu unatuambia unafanya. Kuna. Use your brain to do something more that you can be proud about. Then if vile nilikuwa mwili hatuna stua watu na vile umejenga mwili. Ni ugonjwa karota kwa vile ni ugonjwa. Karoti karo. You ni ugonjwa. See, don't feel good because you have got a big body. Hakuna. Then having money is not something that is proud about. What do you do with the money? You must have it first, by the way. Because again, not having it, the reverse of that, not having it, is actually the worst thing to have. You can't live a life of contribution. There are projects that you feel strongly about. I can say this. I'm Abubakar now. I used to be Gilbert. I did my wedding in a Catholic church. And how I changed, let me say this. How I changed in 2010, that's when I became a Muslim. You see now, I've given you my history and the background where I come from. Hakuna church imejengwa kwetu me, I have not been a guest of honor. I have done harambee. You know me, what I used to do when I have money. Mko na shida gani? Inataka pesa ngapi? Where is it? Okay, Twitter, pap tukafanya. Hiyo pesa inabaki tunaongeza, mimi naongeza tunamaliza hiyo maneno. Tunafanya tunamaliza. Then money attracts successful people. When people wanted to have guest of honors kwetu, I'm the person they were calling. Watakuja kwa ofisi tunaongea nao, wanasema tunataka kufanya hii project, tunataka guest of honor nini, tafutie mtu mmoja. I have taken on Raila, I have done 3 harambees na Raila Odinga kwetu nyumbani. Home. So I have actually taken all these big people to get for functions nyumbani. Because again also when you can contribute to their projects, they also like you. Unajua pesa inafungua mlango mbele. Why lie? When you have it, what will happen? It's like now, they want money for campaign. So who do they get it from? It's those who have. If you don't have, utapeana nini? So what happens that when you have the money, somehow you get close to people who have it. Not because they like you. See what anapenda. So it's what you have. So mikisha pia mnapatana nao. Let me tell you, this is true. When ikisha, you're not with them. And that's the second stage I want us to go. What do you do when the money is coming in? You see, that story I have been giving, it's liquidity. 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 All that can get finished. All that can get finished. You see? Unless you create wealth from the money that you have made. You see? You create wealth from the money that you have made. You are poor. I live at that space where I was confusing that having liquidity is being wealthy, but I came to realize that no. What is wealth? I don't define wealth. What is wealth? Wealth is an abundance of material possession or knowledge. Abundance of material possession or knowledge. It is the knowledge that is more important and is the one that I want us to talk about. Abundance of knowledge. Kujua. Knowing. So if you know how to relate with money, how to do wealth architecture, we do a wealth architecture. Steve will draw for you a very good house design and so maybe what I do is I come and actually do for you a wealth architecture. How your money will work for you. How your money will work for you. How you can live a life of productivity. When nikisikia hakuna maji kwa area kwetu, I can be able to do a borehole. Imagine natakana, yes, we'll do that. Itafanyika. Mifereji gapi natakikana, nini natakikana. When the money is there, it is easy to do that, by the way. Church inataka kujengwa, sijui mtoto haendi shule. I have a foundation called Azima Foundation. Azima brand, like Daniel Andrew said, is a brand. I have got very many businesses called Azima. Azima, Azima. So people confuse Azima for minor Azimio. Azima is a Kiswahili word. Kuazima mtu kitu. Ni azima kalamu. See? Nitakuazima kalamu. See? It has double meaning. Naweza kwambia ni azime ama mimi nitakuazima. See? You take something from somebody or you lend somebody something, una expect akurudishie. Na wewe ukimwambia mtu nikuazime, si nipatie, nipe anaweza kupatia for good. Lakini kuazima unarudisha. I don't want you to get it back to me. But once you get this knowledge, tafadhali, let's share it with other people. Because our people are suffering because of not having this knowledge. People perish because of lack of knowledge. The knowledge about money is very simple. We normally go where the money is not. We don't go where money is. We go where the money is not. Why? Because we don't know. We listen to our parents who didn't know how to relate with money. We listen to our teachers who don't know how to relate with money. We listen to our workmates who don't know how to make money. And everybody who is around us is actually thinking the same. We are a class of consumers. We consume wealth. We consume money. Anything that we do, we don't think of generating. We just think of consuming. This is our biggest problem. When you do not have enough money, instead of thinking how you are going to generate more money, what do? We borrow. We borrow. I can assure you that most of the people who come to our class, once we do their financials, when you do the financial actual establishment, most of us live more higher than what we make. In one hand balance, I can assure you, all the students who have come in, they spend more than they make. And that is the biggest problem. Then there are so many money merchants who are you? I've been getting those money from M-Corpus, something. Yeah. You see, there's a lot of people who actually said, you can get the money through this, SZ. Yeah? You know those things, M-Pesa. So it has become very easy to get the money by the way. And it's very addictive. We don't calculate how much money we are paying for the interest. It is easier to make money than to borrow. Easier to make money than to borrow. Yes. It's as easy as making a baby. Making a baby is as easy as that. It's a result of pleasure. Once you get pleasure, the result is a baby. You see? If you just eat more, all what you need to do, Caro, is eat more than what your body is burning. What will be the result? You need a couple. And you watch it. So, let's do this. We need to ask ourselves, what are the things that are sabotaging our road to becoming wealthy? What is sabotaging us? and it's simple. Our relationship with money. I have my brother here, Roy Okonji. He's a person who has done much of this. He's been working with KCB. His story with debt and money relationship is very big. Earning it, giving it out, collecting it, doing anything to do with money, he has done much more. Me having on the other side, I'm telling you guys, I will help you how to make money. Then one, come to me, we'll work it out. From where you are, we'll look at the opportunities which you can tap into. Ili kidogo sana. I'll give you other examples. And they are just practical. From wherever you are, opportunities. Whenever I see a problem, I see an opportunity to make money. Any, mention it. Mention it. I traveled, I remember, I went to Asia, I went to Malaysia. One of the things I did, I have been studying how the countries which have developed in the last 30 years have done. So normally I go to a country which has developed in the last 30 years, I take 1 month there, I have a number of companies that I am visiting, and I talk to the people who are concerned there so that I can know what is it that has made them to be who they are. What is it that has made them to be who they are? So I remember I went to Asia, I went to Malaysia last year, Malaysia, I went to Singapore, I went to Japan, and I went to Korea. I went 4 countries in 5 years. And the people I was with, I was able to make money when I was there. I saw opportunity when I was there and I was making money. When with the guys we are with, because it's just a need. You see a need, tap it in. How do they make that money? That story I'll give you after that. Like for now, Roy, let me give it to you first. That's why I can invite you. So let me take a cup of water. I wanted to introduce that level. Now we are looking at what sabotages us. What is it in us that make us not see these opportunities? And it's as easy as that. That is practical, right? Thank you.